last night was a get your popcorn ready, hot sauce, nutritional yeast, Diet Coke, wine, whiskey, whatever you like to drink. Nutritional yeast I put on popcorn. Yes, I do. You put that on popcorn. If you like the taste of cheese, without the cheese, nutritional yeast flakes will do the trick. But, what a game. What a game. Your mind is blown. You're welcome. Try it. And I'm not talking about yeast that you put on your bread or to make bread. I'm talking about flakes, yeast flakes. Anyway, this was one of the best basketball games during a regular season I've ever seen. I watched it, and I was just like, it's good when you're watching. You're like, oh, my God, this game is so good. Has everything. For random Tuesday, on a Tuesday, shorty going up, something we choose. It was incredible. I'm going to go back and watch this game again because it was that good. I mean, it was that good. And that was without Steph being Steph. Steph was drunk. Steph was obviously drunk or something. I don't know. They put clamps on him. I don't know what happened. Devin Booker being out for the majority of the game with a hamstring strain, and the quality of play was still that good. The coaching was elite. The shot making was elite. The high-octane offense in the first half, and then they put on clamps in the second half because you thought the over was going to hit, and then you knew that the under was going to hit. You had Jordan Poole's coming out party. My Lord, Jordan Poole. Our quote-unquote 5-star play was Jordan Poole under 14. He had 16 in the first quarter. So, yeah, had everything. Punch, counter punch all night long. Suns won by 8, but that does not tell you the whole story. This was a game for the ages. Why? Because these are two teams that play differently than everybody else. Like, these are teams that actually win without the basketball. Like, these are teams that just happen to be in the Western Conference, but this is a finals matchup. If they were in different conferences, this would be that. They share the ball well. They move without the ball well. They get out in transition. They can slow it down. They can speed it up. They're really well coached. I need this 7 more times. I need this in a series. I thought that, and I was like, this is it. This is the Western Conference Finals right here. No one else is allowed to join. No one else is even invited. Sorry, Clippers, Kawhi's not coming back. Sorry, Denver, no one's coming back. Sorry, Utah, you're trash. Like, this is it. Sorry, Lakers, you already know. Because even if the Lakers were good, which they're not, even if the Lakers were good, they're not fun to watch. They are trash. They are actually, when they won the title, I would plug my nose to watch those games. It was like struggling to hit shots. They're bricking everywhere. Their defense is good, but there's no offense. Frank Vogel's doing Frank Vogel things. It's just Braun hitting these step back threes. Every now and again, you get a Kobe-esque dunk out of them. And then that blows up the internet. But the Lakers, when the Lakers were, quote-unquote, good, the little LeBron-led Lakers, as long as LeBron's been on the Lakers, they haven't been fun to watch. That's just facts. But this was phenomenal. I was a kid in a candy store. This is why I fell in love with the game. So here are my takeaways from what I saw. Vegas had the game 3.5. Suns were 3.5-point favorites at home. They won by 8. I don't know that anyone saw that coming, but this was all night long changing who's ahead. Lead changes a million times. First and foremost, I would say this game's really not indicative of how this matchup is going to be because they're still missing Klay. Klay hasn't come back yet. And the truth is, you can get out. This is a formula for how you beat Steph Curry. You blitz him. You make it uncomfortable for him. Make it very physical for Steph. Then he starts missing open shots because the man is 200 pounds soaking wet, max. You start to body this man. You start to blitz him just like the Memphis Grizzlies blitzed him in the last game of the season. And in the play-in, he starts making poor decisions, especially if he doesn't have an outlet to throw the ball to that can take the pressure off of Steph like Klay. And when Klay comes back, that makes Steph more dangerous, that makes the team more dangerous, and that takes the pressure off of Jordan Poole, where he can come off the bench and be instant offense. So that changes the complexion of this team incredibly. Secondly, What they do not have an answer for, what will not be changing, is that the Warriors have no ability to stop DeAndre Ayton. No, they don't. They do not. No one on this roster can hold down DA. I knew that was true, but I really saw it last night. The fact is that the Warriors should have spent effort and time and energy into re-signing JaVale McGee, because JaVale McGee, you might say to yourself, why is that important? JaVale McGee is now a Phoenix Sun instead of a Golden State Warrior. And when JaVale McGee's a champion with the Warriors, he already likes playing for that team. I know his people. He wanted to play for the Warriors. He's now a Sun, and he's backing up DA. So when DA gets into foul trouble, you can go to JaVale, and you have a big man who's athletic, who can get out into transition, who is reliable, champion. And the fact of the matter is the Warriors don't even have a first center that can guard DA, let alone a second center that can guard DA. So DA now feels comfortable being aggressive because he knows his man's got his back if he gets into foul trouble. That's what we saw with the Phoenix Suns in the finals against Giannis. They just picked on DA because they knew who was waiting in the wings. Chirp, 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 chirp. Frank Kaminsky waiting in the wings. That man was barbecued chicken to Giannis. He was barbecue chicken. And then Dario Saric tore his ACL. Poor Dario. So it's okay, DA, you get him in trouble, get him a quick 2 fouls. He's out the game. Now we can eat down low. Now you got JaVale. So that changes everything. And you might be saying, Trysta, James Wiseman's coming back. He might be that center who can contend with Ayton. But no. But he is not. That is a laughable comment. Maybe he will be that, but not this year, folks. Last year, do I need to remind you that James Wiseman was like a deer in headlights out there? He was not only like a deer in headlights, he was like a baby deer just trying to figure out his legs. He was just trying to figure out where to be, how to catch the ball, how to move without the ball. He was a mess. He was a hot mess. It is not a shock that when James Wiseman went down, the Warriors started to win. So, okay, he's in the G League right now, getting some reps in. When he comes back, he's not guarding DeAndre Ayton. Get the fuck out of here. That is a matchup problem for the Warriors. I don't know what they're going to do, but if I was them, I would look to something in the center position at the deadline. I don't know. Blake Griffin seems a little unhappy to me. I don't know. I would say he would be open. He would be open to an agreement. A little tradey trade. Who knows? I did think it was interesting, too, that Booker did not play for over a half, and they still won by 8. Yeah. The Suns' leading scorer, putting up 25 points a game. They did not have him, and they extended their lead without him. The depth of the Suns' team is incredible. They signed Landry Shamet. I know you might be thinking Landry Shamet was awful last night, but he did hit some timely threes, though. He did. Campaign, a bucket. I love some Campaign. Mikal Bridges, incredible. Cam Johnson, little baby face Cam, killing. This team is so fucking deep. I can't even tell you. Mikal Bridges putting Steph Curry in prison. The world was blowing up Mikal. Mikal only had 4 points last night. He had fucking 4 steals. This man was easy money, that steal prop. I tell you what. Phoenix conceded just 7 points in the final 6 minutes and 41 seconds of the game. Let me just say that again. Phoenix only gave up 7 points in almost the last 7 minutes of a game to what you would call the number 2 scoring offense in the league, and they put them clamps. That is ridiculous. Mikal Bridges, DA, Chris Paul all had steals. That's the formula. 104-96 lost to the Suns. Curry shot 4 for 21 for 12 points in 36 minutes. That's not going to happen all the time, but I tell you what, that was an important little lesson of what you can do to get Steffi Steph off kilter. Even Steve Kerr mentioned that. He referenced it after the game in his presser and referenced that Klay is the solution to that. This is what he said. Teams are going to commit people to Steph the way Phoenix did. There's going to be openings. There's going to be openings for Jordan, openings for Otto. Funny. Those guys knocked down a bunch of threes. Openings for Klay Thompson. That's going to be fun. Lots to look forward to. Yes, there is. He's already starting to make references and to make mention of Klay coming back to help Steph. He's already scheming for it. He's already put it in his playbook. Steph needs Klay, and Klay is on the way. And then I think the last take to me from this game is the most important takeaway, which is if you're a fan of the Orlando Magic or the Sacramento Kings, then have hope, because the Suns used to be you. The Suns were you, and now they are a contender. The Suns just 4 years ago, when D.A. was a rookie, less than 4 years ago, this is the 4th year of D.A.'s career, DeAndre Ayton went through a 17-game losing streak. Now, 4 years later, they're on a 17-game winning streak, number 1 in the West. That's how fast it happens, folks, with good management, good drafts, and maybe a big free agent signing. That's how fast. And they asked DeAndre Ayton about that. They said, hey, DeAndre, what do you think? Do you remember when you went through that 17-game slump in the middle of your rookie season? And now you had that 17-game win streak now? And his response was, see how life go? Yes, D.A., we do. Like, I talked to DeAndre actually after that rookie season. I was like, hey, D.A., he was just, coming into the league, had an awful. The Suns were trash. They were the worst team in the Western Conference. And he goes, if I was a fan of the Suns, I would say we suck. We suck. That's what he said. And you know what? The reason why was because he said that elite teams were unselfish. And that's what's happening with the Suns now. Unselfish play. Everyone's involved. And you know what? Orlando Magic fan, you got something to look forward to. Maybe no one comes to Orlando because it's Orlando in a free agent signing, but you have exciting young talent and things can turn around fast. But circle December 25th on the calendar, because this Friday means nothing. No Devin Booker, no Klay. Guess what? Suns versus Warriors on Christmas Day, and the rumor is that's when Klay's going to return. Devin Booker will be back as well. CP3, Devin Booker, Steph, and Klay. No lost November for the Suns. Let's go. No better Christmas present for basketball fans than that.